Racist monuments are being pulled down. Streets are being renamed. Many former colonial nations are facing a moment of reckoning over the actions of their forebears. Today, we look at how colonialism has shaped our past in Africa, how it is impacting our present, and we ask what needs to be done so that the future looks different.
Black people are still trying to fight for their rights and still trying to have a space, not being second-class citizens.
The colonialists, they took everything that could benefit Africans.
We as the African people, I believe we forgot where we came from.
Today we're going to talk about the impact of colonization in Africa. Back in the day, European powers thought it was cool to take over African lands like a game of Monopoly. So they sailed over to with their fancy ships and set up shops, thinking they were the kings of the world. Now, colonization might sound like an exciting adventure in history books, but the reality was pretty messed up for Africans. It's like a big storm hit their home, and they had to deal with all the chaos that followed. First off, European countries drew lines on a map, slicing up Africa into random pieces without a care for the existing tribes and ethnic groups. This led to some major tensions and conflicts among different communities who were forced to live together under new rules. Then comes the economy. Europeans saw Africa as a gold mine. They saw it as a gold mine, literally and figuratively. They exploited the continent's resources like crazy, taking out diamonds, gold, and other valuable stuff without giving much back. This left Africa countries economically drained and dependent on the colonizers. The impact on African culture was huge too. The Europeans didn't just rob the land, they also robbed Africans of their identity. They forced their own languages, religions, and customs on the locals, erasing the rich cultural heritage that existed before. It's like trying to replace pizza with sushi. It just doesn't make sense. And don't even get me started on the slave trade. Europeans saw Africans as commodities, not as fellow human beings. Millions of Africans were captured, torn away from their families, and shipped off like cargo to work as slaves in the Americas. It was a dark chapter in history, and the scars of that brutality still lingers today. The effects of colonization are far-reaching and long-lasting. Even after gaining independence, African nations had to deal with the mess left behind. They faced political instability, corrupt leaders, and struggled to build strong economies. But hey, it's not doom and gloom. Africans are resilient like superheroes. Despite all the hardships, they have been fighting to reclaim their identity, culture, and voices. There is a rising wave of pride in African heritage, and many are working to mend the sounds of the past. So, there you have it. The real deal on the impact of colonization in Africa is a story of pain, loss, and struggle, but also one of strength, resilience, and hope for a better future. So that's it for today. Hope to talk to you some other time. All right, have a lovely day.
The Afrocentric Show with JB Sosa.